Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the canyon. Welcome back to a vision of this attractive group of individuals. Apparently, it doesn't matter what wheels and or tires are outfitted to anybody. I mean, Daphne is fully pulling those goldish, yellowish wheels off. This is the I don't even know what to call this. There's going to be some ranting, there's going to be some rocking and rolling, there's going to be some wheeling. Everybody here is powered up. I've got a bucket chair, I've got radios, I've got everybody lined up. They are fitted with their canyon trails. It's Daphne over here. What we're going to do is we're going to make a small foray into testing the format. The 6-line remains in its infancy. Oh, listen. So, the neighbors, who I almost never see, and this would be my neighbors to the south, they've got a kid. I don't know, he looks like he's about 12. I don't know what kids look like. And we've got the silent roller here. They bought this gentleman what I'm guessing is a CO2 operated BB gun, pellet gun, something. So what he has done, it is Sunday morning. Oh, so it's gonna sound like somebody's getting a roof put on the whole time this goes on. So what he does is he opens the sliding glass door. It's a weird, like built in the 70s sort of split level. So he's on what is effectively the ground floor, but it's up on there's a deck. So he comes out onto the deck, he fires 3 or 4 times, like sometimes not even stepping all the way out of the door. Just fires 3 or 4 times at I cannot tell what. Then steps back inside the door, closes the door. A few seconds pass, and here we go again. It's 1 shot. 2, 3. And then he'll head inside. So this was laid out with the intention of being line 1. I have laid out 6 lines. And then I thought, it's getting later in the day already. On Sunday mornings, I accompany the wife to the House of Gymnasia. And I went to the, I think they call it the functional strength section. So I pushed one of those sleds like you'd see in an NFL combine. Good God. If you have never put, and I move, this is not a horn toot, but I push some weight. I move some weight around out here. Daphne, while I was talking there, made that look pretty easy on the canyon trails. We were gonna put her in a nice little happy position right there. Reset the camera back down. Oh, how do I break active track? There we go. I figured what was smart is honestly going into at least some degree of testing phase for this. I'm just pretending in my head that someone's putting on a roof. Once again, I thought when I laid this particular line out, I was like, this should offer some challenge. Daphne blasted it. Honestly, everybody looks really good on their absolute bargain basement Amazon wheels. Do not, I've said this in the past. Okay, kind of got to give that one to Daphne, right? So far, so we would put, I think at least provisionally that should land our gentleman's second place. Like I say, nothing here is official. This is a format shakedown. We will get into more of what that means here once Blue Sky High takes his shot at this. Go high there. Use your weapons. Wow, Daphne made this look so easy. I mean, if it's not a CO2 gun, what is it? Oh, come on. I am slightly, there is some small concern about the wheel mounting. His day-to-day wheels are the SSD wide, clone wides. Come on. Wow, he really cannot pull this. Wow, Daphne just absolutely wrecked this line. Even the four-wheel steer's not helping. But it was when he got right up about here. He just lost it. Oh, come on, don't drop. All right, there we go. Okay, so we will consider that Blue Sky High in the 2-hole. He's in second place on that line. So what we're gonna do, let's see if we can back him out and knock them off this time. All right. Not pretty, but it got the job done. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that format test that I threatened. And how that's gonna work is, first place, Daphne gets the Hustlers. Second place stays just like they are. And last place gets their regular tires. So Argentum's gonna get his tusks fitted back to him. And then we're gonna run the exact same thing again and see what happens. After some time in the pits, we'll head out worst to first. Argentum did the worst. And we'll work our way down to Daphne to see how much impact has landed upon her from the Hustlers. It's a nice landing there. Opting for the 46% here. See if we can pull. We're gonna try and run this little, got a little in too far left. I cannot believe how easy Daphne made this line look. You can use all the terrain, man. All right, but now what you've got to do ooh, that's iffy. I think he's hung. That's proper risky right there. Oh. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. He was better, but not a great showing from Argentum here. Not a great showing. Let's see if Blue Sky High learned from his run at it. I don't think I did. I turned back. Don't drop, don't drop. Still up as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Let's hope the microphone is withstanding the wind out of nowhere. Okay. Is he going to keep that high side corner down? I think he's pulled through enough to where I can start giving it some He has got to gear up to get through this. But did and does. I don't know why I was so worried about getting them out of the way up top. And this is why we do tech tests when we're testing all sorts of new stuff at once. The camera just absolutely cut off. I filmed 1.5 lines. Well, I ran 1.5 lines with no camera on. The Hustlers, as was mentioned in the comments, they might be ruined. They are at least as good as a typical Amazon tire. Are they good enough to pull that ledge? They pulled that ledge. Let's see if we can, all right, get here, or, you know, use as many reverses as we want. I think, okay, I'm looking at the height of the tire. I'm looking at what she's running. Oh, that was just a rump slide. Will it pull up? Oh my. No, she's not. She's not. We got a long ways to go. But she's got the snout up there. Oh, we got balance plug hanging out. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, a little hang from the lower sidewall height. And through. Daphne, you crafty minx. That is a line that, you know what? Let's back her down. Or not. Let's walk over there and pick her up. I don't see any other choice for Argentum here other than to try it again, because I honestly cannot offer an explanation for what you're seeing here. Daphne absolutely destroying this line on canyon trails, and then having to put in some work, but passing the line on boom racing Hustlers. Now, boom racing Hustlers are, in my opinion, excessively expensive. Like pro line money for a tire that is, I mean, inexcusably terrible. But you throw $25 a monster grip at it, and it's usable. We are using a lot of dig here. That's really high. Switching overdrive. That really helped right there. This is sort of the same attitude that he got himself into last time. There we are. You give him a couple more shots at it and he'll figure out the route. But I think, if I'm thinking to think, and I'm thinking it, another camera cutoff, line 1 absolutely, unquestionably, directly to Daphne the Sport. She demolished that. And as we are deep into technical errors at this point, and I have no idea how the audio sounds because the sound level meter in the app is working sporadically. So what we are going to do is we're going to call that. We're going to call this a test, and I want to offer this up to my friendly subscribers, followers, and commenters of the threads. Should we pursue an angle like this? Should it be like a best of 2, best of 3 each line? Should it just be we run it on canyon trails up line 1 out of the 6, and whoever is the victor, I don't know what you missed there. The camera has cut off yet again. I moved the umbrella so that the camera is in the shade. It is not recording more than about 3 minutes at a time without cutting off. So again, in case, well, you know, it'll be in the edit, but do we start off Spec Canyon Trail on everybody, and then whoever does the worst gets their preferred set of tires, and whoever does the best gets the Hustlers? I don't know if anyone else could make as good of use of the Hustlers as Daphne has been. Or should it be multiple runs on each line? I really want to get this format a little more nailed down before we start running at it. I think trios, though, unbelievable. She's unbelievable. Trios are definitely the way to go about this. Now we got some siren in the background. Let's get everybody involved. Let's get the roofing nailer firing off next door. Let's get sirens. Let's get howling dogs. Let's do it all. We got the Jade right here. She's being nice and quiet, sitting on a rock. Hello, Judge. She's just ignoring me because she wants third breakfast. So here you have it. This is like, I am not ordinarily one to shake down. I generally just dive headfirst into whatever. That's looking pretty good. I was like, what is that roaring noise? And then I realized it's Daphne's servo. So anyone with any suggestions to the format. Oh, by the way, I should mention here in closing, I did indeed get the pen and paper out, and unsurprisingly, fittingly, and I think it worked out tremendously that the leading vote getter was Daphne the Sport. And I think Argentum was second. Then someone in the comments had mentioned do them by portals and straight axles, and I think that's brilliant. So these three guys, Blue Sky really does look good on those. Those look good. Everybody looks good on their wheels. They all look good. Daphne can even kind of pull off the Volks a little bit. So please do give me some suggestions. This will be a technical nightmare to set up and record these, because when I'm doing the actual 6 lines, it will be multi-camera. I'm probably going to try to stick with this microphone setup. This is the wireless setup. It allows me a little more freedom of movement. I can see the lines a little bit better. But in place of your typical Sunday 6-gate or 6-line, whichever chooses to be run, this is a little bit more technical, behind-the-scenes sort of stuff. And while we're at it, in this last moment of closing, quiet you, yesterday was productive. It had dye put in it, but it all came out very gray. As you can see here is line 2. There's the start. Up through slot 1. Slot 1 has its initial fill in, a little bit in slot 2. Slot 3 is largely untouched. But there they are. There are your competitors. Those will be the competitors for the official holding of the Specs Series 6 line, the SSSL, as I just named it in my head right now. And I'm looking forward to it. I don't know. I mean, is it, once again, is it even necessary to mix it up with punishment tires and reward tires, or should we just go at this thing canyon trails? Any suggestions will be absolutely welcomed, as I'm kind of I'm kind of in the weeds here, folks. And before the camera overheats and shuts off again, I'd like to thank you all for watching. I would like to thank you in advance for any comments that anyone might give. I would, you know, if you want to like, cool. If you want to subscribe, cool. You know, whatever. I'm trying to play it cool. And after your comments, we'll get this sorted out a little better. And when we get that done, I sincerely hope to see you in that one. We all do. And obviously more straight axle Phoenix on the way. I don't know what's in what order now. I'm getting all out of order because I'm trying to like shoot multiple things. Anyway, there they are, all looking pretty good. Surprise of the day, Boom Racing Hustlers. I'm doing the 4-minute outro again. So, to stop myself and save myself from myself, have a good one, everybody. Just a quick second here during cleanup. That might be a cap gun, which I wasn't even 100% sure it was still a thing. And I saw Dad with it, so the kid might have broken it. I mean, if so, it's the best thing that's gonna happen to me today. Thanks again, everybody.